not associated at all with the church. He wishes that the church would be more involved and would see the opportunity they have, if they would sign up to be coaches and things like that. But right now, those are the two big parts. So I know at Calvary and other places, a lot of us were praying for the music camp, which was 2 weeks ago. And that's a huge, huge thing that they do. But the other music ministry, he's this title that doesn't really exist in English. He's the regional coordinator of all of the Francophone choirs. So he leads 10 different choirs in 10 different churches, and he and Monty Claire regularly go and meet with them. So all those instruments that he knows how to play, he's taught everyone else to play. And so they're seeing this as a way to make disciples within the church, because choir practices is happening at least once, if not twice a week. And so they're regularly able to meet with the young people and talk. They're just sharing the gospel, because you're talking about what it means to truly worship is to truly love the Lord. And why do we love the Lord? Because he first loved us, and because he's wonderful. And so you're just constantly able to talk about who God is and what it means to know him and love him. And just personally, I will share, before Asael and I started dating, I was friends with him and Monty Claire, and they came to our missionary station once. They were just practicing for a Christmas concert that they were doing, but we were outside at night in like the pavilion. Asael was leading, and they're practicing all the songs, and it was just so encouraging for me personally, and those things he was just sharing about the power of music, but just the good atmosphere. I could tell that he and Monty Claire were not there to perform, but that they really love the Lord, and they're doing everything out of a love for the Lord. And I was sitting there thinking, I need to stay friends with Monty Claire and Asael, because they will help me to last in chat. Like they will, with them, I can have these encouraging and spiritually rich times that just really refresh me and help me. And I am staying friends with them. But it's been an encouragement to me especially. This is the last video, and this is a project that he's just starting, but this is something that I and our church would be investing in the future. So I am curious what you guys think of this, and what you think of this idea. Polytech, like a vocational school, he's currently started with welding and carpentry. He's trained several teachers not him, but like he sent them away to be trained, and now they are teaching some other students. It was just the first year, this past year, 6 students, but he has this vision for the long term, and I envision myself, when I think about what I want to do, as far as I still want to do the same things I was doing in Kutu, small group Bible studies and lots of one-on-one time, and really talking to people personally and modeling what it's like to follow Jesus even inside of your home. So I envision myself doing that primarily with these students. And when we were in Cameroon, we had this one moment where we were talking about like other stuff. We were talking about our relationship, and then I said something about the students and how they're going to get jobs, and it was like all of a sudden he was like, yes. He's like, but Katsi, I don't want them to just have a career. I want their whole lives to be transformed, and they can have that with Christ. And so this is his like huge passion, and he sees having a career as a way to help them, but not the only way. So this, I think, Lord willing, and the visas open, this will be a big part of our future.
Parler de l'école polytechnique en ce moment. Pourquoi école polytechnique à Béré en ce moment? Pour moi, la politique de l'éducation tchadienne devrait être celle à la sortie de la formation des jeunes, ils doivent directement avoir le travail. ou encore ils doivent être capables de créer quelque chose et gérer. Parce que avec le gouvernement, il n'y a pas de travail. Et le gouvernement,
I forgot to say, so in Chad, there's, like, you can get a job with the state, like the same way that we would say with the state. So he's not necessarily talking about like a government political job. He's just saying like you were hired by the state to be a teacher or a nurse or something like that. It's one of the only ways that you are guaranteed to actually get a salary. Still not a perfect guarantee, but it's more likely. So a lot of people, like my friends in Kutu, their number one prayer request, if they went to school and if they actually have a career, is we want the government to hire us so that we can have a steady job. So that's what he's referring to when he talks about there's not work with the government, but then he'll also say, and the government's not helping, and then he's referring to like politics. So just so you know.
on le soutient